What if I told you that nature has already solved problems our greatest physicists and engineers are still trying to figure out? Human science has mapped the genome and split the atom, but nature clearly doesn't care about our rulebooks. Here are 10 animals actively breaking the fundamental laws of biology and physics, and science still cannot fully explain how. Number 10. The European robin. Every year, this small bird navigates thousands of miles with flawless precision. Scientists assumed they just sensed magnetic fields, but the truth is bizarre. The robin's eye contains a protein that responds to light by creating pairs of entangled electrons. The bird is literally using quantum mechanics to see magnetic fields. Physicists struggle to maintain quantum entanglement in highly controlled sub-zero laboratories, yet this bird runs a quantum computer in its eye at room temperature. But while the robin bends physics, our next animal bends the rules of blood and bone. Number 9. The glass frog. To avoid predators while sleeping, this rainforest frog turns its body entirely transparent. It achieves this by extracting nearly 90% of its red blood cells and packing them tightly into its liver. In humans, packing blood cells this densely causes massive, fatal clots instantly. The glass frog survives this daily. Medical researchers are desperate to understand how it prevents clotting, but the mechanism remains a complete mystery. And if disappearing blood sounds impossible, wait until you see an animal that glows in the dark, for absolutely no reason. Number 8. The platypus. The platypus is already an anomaly, but scientists recently shined an ultraviolet flashlight on one and found that it glows bright fluorescent green. This biofluorescence is built directly into their fur. The problem? The platypus is nocturnal and hunts underwater with its eyes completely closed. It cannot see its own glowing fur, and neither can its predators. It serves absolutely no known evolutionary purpose. It's a feature that simply shouldn't exist. But while the platypus hides a useless superpower, our next animal hides a shield of absolute invincibility. Number 7. The tardigrade. Also known as the water bear, this microscopic animal is functionally unkillable. It survives boiling water, liquid nitrogen, and the vacuum of space. But the real mystery is its resistance to radiation. It can survive cosmic radiation doses hundreds of times higher than the human lethal limit. Radiation shatters DNA, yet the tardigrade produces a unique protein that acts like a physical force field around its genetic code. Science has no idea why an earthbound animal evolved a defense against deep space. Immortality against the elements is one thing, but our next animal literally conquered aging. Number 6. The immortal jellyfish. Everything on Earth eventually dies of old age, except the Turritopsis dohrnii. When this jellyfish gets injured, sick, or simply too old, it drops to the ocean floor and hits the biological reset button. It reverts its mature adult cells entirely back into infant stem cells, starting its life over from scratch. It can do this endlessly. We know it happens through a process called transdifferentiation, but the exact genetic trigger that reverses aging remains locked. Beating old age is impressive, but beating the biological need for oxygen is entirely different. Number 5. The naked mole rat. This subterranean rodent does not feel acid burns and almost never gets cancer. But the most unexplainable trait happens when oxygen runs out. Deprive a mammal of oxygen and its brain cells die in minutes. The naked mole rat simply switches its internal metabolism. It stops burning glucose and starts metabolizing fructose, essentially turning its body into a plant to survive for hours with zero oxygen. The mole rat uses chemistry to survive, but our next animal uses military-grade electronic warfare. Number 4. The tiger moth. When a bat hunts in the dark, it bounces high-frequency sonar off its prey. But the tiger moth fights back. When it hears a bat approaching, the moth's body produces a rapid series of ultrasonic clicks. These clicks perfectly jam the bat's sonar, creating an acoustic illusion that makes the moth entirely invisible in midair. how an insect evolved to calculate and broadcast precise acoustic countermeasures remains an evolutionary marvel. And while the moth plays tricks in the air, this next animal is rewriting the blueprint of life underwater. Number 3. The axolotl. Many animals can regrow a tail, but the axolotl can regrow severed limbs, a crushed spinal cord, portions of its heart, and entire sections of its brain, completely without scar tissue. When a leg is cut off, the cells somehow know exactly what shape to form, where the bones go, and how to connect the nerves. How the cells communicate this incredibly complex 3D architectural blueprint remains one of the holy grails of modern medicine. Healing is a miracle, but weaponizing the heat of the sun is a completely different level of impossible. Number 2. The pistol shrimp. This tiny crustacean hunts by snapping its specialized claw so fast that it tears the water apart, creating a cavitation bubble. When that bubble collapses, it generates a shockwave that stuns prey, a flash of light, and a burst of heat reaching over 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of the sun. Physicists understand the fluid dynamics, but exactly how a biological organism survives generating solar temperatures on its own body defies explanation. But even the heat of the sun pales in comparison to an animal that can survive the total destruction of its own brain. And number 1, the planarian flatworm. If you cut the head off this tiny aquatic worm, it simply grows a brand new one, complete with a fully functioning brain. But that's not what breaks our understanding of biology. Researchers trained flatworms to navigate a specific maze, then decapitated them. When the worms grew new heads, they already knew how to solve the maze. Their memories survived the destruction of their neural network. Science cannot explain how memories are stored outside the brain, suggesting consciousness might be far stranger than we ever imagined. We look at these animals and see impossibilities, but nature clearly doesn't care about our rulebooks. If you could have one ability from this list, which one are you picking? Tell me in the comments down below. And subscribe to NatureCrest for more deep dives into Earth's most unexplainable wildlife mysteries.